Hello, I'm Dr. Connor, and I want to welcome you to this Promise of Nursing NCLEX Toolbox. We were very fortunate to receive a small grant from the National Student Nurses Association in conjunction with Johnson & Johnson to be able to develop this toolbox. And I just want to tell you briefly what this is about, and we're glad you're here and hope you'll be able to spend some time in the toolbox while you're in the ABSN program. The purpose of the toolbox is it's totally self-guided, self-study, so you're not graded. You have only faculty the only faculty that will interact with you is if you have questions, and you post those in Cyber Cafe, and I'll be monitoring those at first. And then other times there may be some other faculty, but somebody will be monitoring Cyber Cafe if you have questions specific to the NCLEX Toolbox. Otherwise, the purpose of this is really just to give you additional resources throughout your nursing program so that you can be successful when you graduate, hopefully, and will then pass the NCLEX. You can study all you want. You can make outstanding grades. You can graduate with a baccalaureate in science and nursing. But if you don't pass NCLEX, you can't work as a registered nurse. So it's really vital that you learn how to study, learn how to answer questions, doing things that are very specific to NCLEX style questions. So be sure as you start into this to review the intro. The introduction has plenty of good information about the NCLEX in general. What is the NCLEX? How does it work? What are the questions like? Things like that. Gives you a lot of information that typically a lot of students don't even get that kind of information until they're about to graduate and get ready to take NCLEX. So we're trying to prepare you ahead of time for that. Then there are study and test-taking skills and strategies to review. There are general tips for success. All of these things are just designed to just give you as much information as possible about how you can be successful. Not only eventually passing NCLEX once you graduate, but even during your coursework, if you have struggled, or even if you're not struggling, but learning how to pass even just main nursing exams that are in each of your courses, it's vital to understand. And most of the faculty, most of the questions that you have on tests and exams are going to be NCLEX style questions, so it's really good to start getting practice now. So be sure and review those things at your leisure, and then once you get into each of the courses, starting with fundamentals, any of the courses that have ATI content are represented in the toolbox. The ATI content is there. There are extra resources there. There are case studies and practice questions. So we've just tried to pack this full of anything we can think of that will give you additional resources to learn how to study for and take exams that feature these NCLEX style questions. So hope you have a good time. Enjoy and learn, most of all. Learn, practice, study. I know that you have lots of other things to study, but investing time here will be worth it in the long run, I'm sure. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you perhaps in Cyber Cafe if you have questions.